Listen, life is literally just about replaying situations, okay? Just imagine this is your dad, okay? And you are here on a bike, right? And he's teaching you to ride a bike, okay? And the first time you do it, you fall, okay? And then two things happen, okay? Two things can happen. Your emotions will be like, riding a bike is bad, never do it again. But your rational mind can be like, okay, I fell on the bike. What did I do wrong? Hmm. And then you can't figure it out, so you do it again, right? You do it again. And then your rational mind is, okay, hmm, maybe I start pedaling faster, and then you try pedaling faster, and then it doesn't work again. You fall again, and then you fall again, and then you fall again, and then you fall again. Eventually, your emotional mind is like, "What the fuck, man? Stop hurting me. I'm sad. Stop hurting me." So that makes you cope. Okay, it makes you cope. It sends signals to your rational mind, right? It's to come up with reasons not to do the fucking bike riding anymore. Your emotions are sending signals to your rational mind, because this is important. It's sending signals to your rational mind to come up with reasons not to do the bike shit anymore, okay? Because it's hurting you when it doesn't want to, okay? And so your rational mind starts coming up with reasons. Okay, riding a bike is impossible. It's for retards. It's for only buff people. It's blah 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 blah. It's gonna come up with reasons why not to ride a bike. Okay, and then you're like, okay, so there's no reason for me to hurt myself anymore. Therefore, because these reasons and these reasons make sense, so I won't do it anymore. So I won't hurt myself anymore. Okay, this is what happens when you die in video games. This is exactly what happens when you die in video games. Whenever you do a run out, right? This is a window, and you run out, and there's five people there, and you die. You're like, fuck, I died. I'm never doing that again. But what you actually need to do is look at the situation from a third perspective, okay? Like, is running out this window actually bad? And okay, and then you're like, okay, let me try it a different way. Let me aim somewhere else. And then you do it 500 times, and then you can finally be sure, okay, maybe running out this window is bad. But then you're like, if you're actually good, you're like, okay, maybe I was wrong. It's not actually bad. Maybe it's something I'm doing. Maybe it's my aim. And then you go and you practice aim for 5,000 years. And then you come out and you do the run out again through the exact same window. And then you suddenly succeed. What you did in this entire situation is ignore your emotional mind. Your emotional mind has fucking experienced sadness, grief, just felt bad because you died 10,000 times trying to do something that it doesn't want you to do because you feel bad, right? So, so life is about repeating situations repeatedly, repeatedly repeating situations, because a run out is actually a situation that can apply to other situations because there are other runouts in the game. Or for example, if you're holding cafe, right? Right? You're holding cafe, and there's two windows in cafe. Okay, let's say there's two windows. I'm just saying random. I'm just saying randomly. Okay, there's two windows in cafe, right? And you're here. You're a roamer. You're holding, and there's a doorway here. You gotta run away, right? So this situation of holding a room with two windows doesn't apply 100% to other situations. But in other situations, you will be a roamer and you will be in a room. Maybe that room will have 5 windows, maybe it will have 3,000 windows. It doesn't matter because you're still in a room and you're a roamer and you're holding a spot. So this situation with the cafe applies to the other situation, maybe sometimes 50%, maybe sometimes 30%, maybe sometimes 10%. Doesn't matter. You're still gonna be better at that new situation if you repeatedly did this situation with the two windows. And let's say for example, let's say for example, why is your aim, why is your aim and movement important? Why? Because it applies to 100% of the situations, right? It applies to 100% of the situations. So if your movement and your aim is literally perfect, you already beat 50% of the situations by default. If your aim and movement is perfect, that's why your movement and aim is the most important thing, because it applies to all the situations. You know, you could be in a situation where you're proning below a window and you need to C4, and you could be, I guess aim doesn't really apply to that situation where you're proning and C4ing. So I guess aim and movement applies to 99% of situations, but yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, life is about repeating situations.